guys, Albert here with Strike Industries at Triggercon 2018. Here to show you some really cool stuff we have. In particular today, I just want to talk to you about some cool products we have coming out for Glocks. So if you look right here, as you can see, this is going to be our first introduction to the aftermarket slide for Glocks. This is on a Gen 3 Glock 17. Notice the porting on either side to reduce weight, kind of balance the handgun a little bit, and reduce some felt recoil when you're shooting. And it's running an OEM spring, so we had it at range day yesterday, and it was nothing but reliable. So definitely like an OEM Glock spring you can pop in there too. I'm going to test it with a 15 pound. I did briefly, and it did work with a 15 pound spring too. If you look at the front right here, something that probably caught your eye is that we have a really bright translucent front sight. So this is going to be our Glock blade sight, and it will come in the front and rear. And it's going to come with translucent yellow greenish, clear red, and matte white and matte black. And you can see those sights right back here. So it's going to come in these 4 colors, as well as the rear and front sight housings. So they're inserts that are removable, and it's all going to come in one kit. So going back to the slide, you're able to mount different optics on the same mounting surface. You don't need adapter plates or any additional hardware. All of the mounting patterns for some of the most popular optics are already pre-drilled in there. And we're going to supply some alignment posts so that you can keep your zero as well, of course. So the slide, it's going to be coming out for the 17 first, and then we're going to come out with a Glock 19 version because we know that's also popular. And for those who are not really into the porting, we are pretty much going to come out now with a non-ported version and with more aggressive serrations going all along the side, the radius, and the top, about 3/4 of the way of the front. So a lot of feedback yesterday at range day. A lot of people said they would like to see a non-ported version with more serrations, kind of like a duty grade.
Are you guys doing that in-house?
No, we got a vendor doing it here stateside. If you look down below right here, pretty soon we're going to be coming out with a Glock flat trigger shoe. So it's 100% billet aluminum, flat faced. So at the wall, it's going to be about a 90-degree break. And like I said, it's just going to be the shoe, so you're going to be responsible for supplying a trigger bar, and those can be had online or anywhere else. With this shoe and an OEM trigger bar and an OEM minus connector with just a polishing job, I found that the trigger pull was very light, very crisp and breaking, and a lot of people did exclaim that even with just a polishing job and OEM internals, it was a pretty good increase in performance at such a low cost. Yeah. All right, so that's it for that one right there. Over here was kind of the star of the range day yesterday. So this is on a Gen 3 Glock 19. This is our mass driver comp. And it's gonna be guide rod mounted. So as you can see right there. So yesterday, pretty much everybody was shooting this, and it was the talk of the pistol bay. Mil-Spec Mojo also came out and he shot this, and he kept saying how flat it was, how easy it was to shoot. And if you're thinking about getting into the compensated handgun market, traditionally you would have to buy a threaded barrel and the comp and maybe some recoil guide springs. And we thought about all of that, so when you purchase this, you can drop it in right into your non-threaded barrel Glock, and it's going to come with the guide rod and the recoil spring. So this is running an OEM, I think 17-pound Glock recoil spring. And literally when you're shooting it, and when everybody was shooting it yesterday, it felt like shooting a 22. Yeah. So we're actually thinking of using the same mounting feature and installation method for our Gen 4. So we currently have a Gen 4 Glock compensator, and we're thinking about doing like a guide rod version for the Gen 4 Glocks as well. And pretty much all it takes is an adapter piece that goes behind the recoil guide rod pass-through, So we'll just have to get a bigger one for Gen 4.
Will this made up change if you have a machine slide of any kind?
Pretty much, yeah. The only requirements would be the front of the slide would need to still be the same shape as this OEM one.
Gotcha.
If you kind of taper the front, it may not work.
So like so this T-taper would be okay, or not?
That one would be okay because the guide rod actually prevents this from rotating.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I could see something like this definitely working.
Okay.
So it depends. It depends how aggressive it is.
Right.
And like I said, I think no matter like what shape the front of the slide is, you still have the guide rod preventing any rotation, any unwanted rotation.
Do you have an expected release on these guys?
No, not yet, but this is our third version we've tested, and I failed the previous two, and this one is looking the best out of all three. So I could definitely see this passing within like maybe next 2 weeks, and then production starting takes about 3 months. So maybe 3 to 4 months from now.
A lot of people waiting on that guy.
Yeah, oh yeah. So expect it to come out for G19 and G17, and then we'll think about other calibers like 23 and 22. So yeah.
I see one more thing.
Oh yeah, the Glock EMP.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a Polymer magazine extension right here. It's going to work with OEM Glock Glock shells, magazine shells I mean, and it is +6 9mm and +5 40 cal. Yeah, and expect it to be very affordable compared to what's on the market today.
You said they're polymer?
Yeah.
Lightweight too.
Oh yeah.
Do they install pretty easy?
Yes, definitely. So you just got to squeeze the bottom of that,
Oh, the normal thing.
slide it over, and lock that metal plate into place to keep it from sliding out.
Gotcha.
Yep. So I've done a lot of drop tests on this one to make sure it's in the utmost reliability, and so far it's met our expectations. So really excited for this. I think production is about to start. So again, 3 to 4 months from now. Yeah.